How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. So in this video, like you all saw in the title, we're going to be breaking down a couple of stocks with massive moves incoming, at least in my opinion, and we're going to talk about what I'm doing with these stocks. I want to break down some charts and go over some price targets, supports, resistances, all that good stuff. So sit back, relax, go down below, get your 2 stocks from Webull, your $50 from M1 Finance, and check out my Patreon. If you guys want my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, a morning update video, private Discord access, all of that's on Patreon, link down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So as of now, we do have about 2 hours and 15 minutes left in the session, and the markets are doing pretty well to kick off September. If you guys saw my video from last week, well, one of my videos from last week, I covered how September, historically speaking, for the S&P 500 is the worst month. Historically, I believe it averages about 0.5% roughly, and today the S&P's up 0.3%, the NASDAQ 100's up 0.6%, we have the Russell up 0.8%, and the Dow's at break even with gold down 0.2%, silver up 0.8%, and the VIX down about 4.5%. So overall, even though the Dow is dropping the ball today, the markets are crushing it, starting off September very, very nicely. And we will break this down further in my next video today. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss that video. So let's talk about these stocks, and we're going to go over 3 in this video. Number 1 being Sunrun, ticker symbol RUN. And this is one that has been, quite honestly, trash as of late. To be frank with you guys, it's been horrible. The stock, well, the company, I don't want to say the company itself is trash, but the stock, the performance of it has been trash. It's gone from $100 back in the beginning of this year, so 8 months ago, $100 stock, and now it's sitting at 47, and the low point on the year was 37. So at some point, or one point rather, it was down almost 65%. And since then, it's gone from 37 up to about 47. It's gained about $10 per share, or close to 25%, in terms of percentage value. And today we got a pretty interesting catalyst. JP Morgan added Sunrun to its top ideas list, says the solar company, or rather they said the solar company can soar 90% from where it is right now, and I believe that was on CNBC earlier today. And you guys know, whenever we get a big bank, firm, institution, analyst, whatever you want to call it, come out and say something like that, it causes hype, at least momentarily, for that particular stock. In this case, Sunrun, and you guys can see it's currently up over 7%. And on top of that, we had Wolf Research start Sunrun with an outperform rating with a $62 price target. And that's the thing, you notice this. Whenever stocks get beaten down, again, this one being down, it was down 65% at one point, and it's still down over 50% from its $100 high. Whenever you see stocks get slaughtered like that, there's still long-term prospects, the fundamentals are decent, you get some analysts, some banks, institutions, firms come out and they start an outperform rating. They start buying the stock. They get bullish on the stock, and that could start, it could, keyword is could, it could start the snowball effect of the stock, getting back to, getting momentum back on its side, at least for the bulls, on the bulls side. And that's kind of what we're starting to see here. Again, Sunrun being up 7%. It's slowly peaking out of the downwards trend line here on the top, and we're popping above the 50 SMA, but we're not above the 180 SMA yet on the 4-hour chart. So for me, guys, I'm going to put my alert on Sunrun at a clean cut $50 per share. I want to see what it's going to do at that 180 SMA. Does it break it? Does it fail there? Do we go back down to the low 40s, which wouldn't be good? Or do we break 50 and start trucking up towards 55, which was resistance a couple weeks ago, right? Maybe $60, which was resistance a couple of months ago. And I'm telling you guys, if this starts to get past $60, which I'm assuming, that is why Wolf Research put that price target. Probably one of the reasons, $62, because that is a key spot here on the chart. If we break $60, this thing's going to be reaching multi-month highs. We haven't been above 60 since March. Middle March, beginning of March. So we have to watch 50. If 50 breaks, 55 is next, followed by 60. And then if 60 breaks, man, this could end up seeing a huge leg up. I'm not going to say it's going to go back to 100. That would be ignorant of me because, no one knows what the heck it's going to do. That is way too far-fetched. But could we say it goes 60? Yes, absolutely. That is possible. It's up only $3 today, or it's up $3 today, 7%, and that's in a single day. It could do this over the next couple of weeks. So watch out for Sunrun. Volume's kicking up. Momentum is slowly shifting, but not completely, obviously, again, for the reasons we mentioned. We're still under a key moving average, under $50, so we got to break out of there. But the balls are slowly starting to fall, or the dominoes. I don't know why I said balls. The dominoes are slowly starting to fall in place here. So the next stock is JD.com. One of the many Chinese stocks that has been slaughtered the past couple of months. JD was once a $100 stock, $110, and it got all the way to 60, so it dropped a nice 43%. Not too bad. Pretty bad, actually. And now it's really recovering very aggressively ever since the previous earnings report. If you guys saw, they did 32 cents of EPS, and the stock gapped up quite nicely in the following days after that. In fact, it gapped up above the 50 and the 180 SMA in the same trading day here on the 4-hour chart, which is just very bullish. And since then, it gapped up above those moving averages. It hit 70. It's gone up all the way to 80, so it's gained another $10 since gapping up above the moving averages. And we're also noticing a golden cross here. The 50's crossing above the 180 SMA, which could signal more upside in the near term. And we're also, on top of that, we're trading at this is big actually. We're at about a 4 or 5 month high when it comes to where we're trading. We haven't been in the 80s since the beginning of April. So that was about 5 months ago. So JD, out of all the Chinese stocks, at least the ones I track, this one is gaining the most momentum. Alibaba on the flip side, it's not above the moving averages. It's still selling off. And this one's doing well today. Don't get me wrong. It's up 4%, but it's still in an overall downtrend again. And it's not anywhere near a 5 month high like JD.com is. So for a trading, what's the word here? I'm looking at this strictly as a trade. JD is more attractive than Alibaba, right? But for a long-term investment, I prefer Alibaba. In fact, I've been buying Alibaba, which all of you guys on my Patreon know that. I post all my buys, sells, my call-outs, my options moves, which I made an options move today. I post all that stuff on Patreon, so check it out. Link down below. I've been buying Alibaba hand over fist for the long term. But for JD, look, I think it's much more of a trade for me. I like it, and we'll see if it consolidates around 80 for a little bit. I don't want to jump the gun, but if it consolidates around 80, maybe we start making a move towards the next main point of resistance, which is close to the higher 80s, 86, 87, which was the high point from the beginning of April. So watch out for that on JD. I like it. It's turning trend. Momentum is shifting, which is awesome. We just need to see that, break above 81, 80, 81, and consolidation around there for a little bit as well. And the next stock, which is very bullish right now, is Shopify, ticker symbol SHOP. There's a lot of patterns here. We have number one, an inverse. Gee, I keep choking on these videos, guys. I'm going to take a sip of water. That was good. Number one, pattern number one is the inverse head and shoulder. You guys can see here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline at about 1,500 flat. We held it. We're moving above the moving averages as well. And now we just got to break 1,560, right? If 1,560 breaks, that is where the right shoulder and the inverse head and shoulder will complete. And that would be putting Shopify at about 1650, 1660, meaning it could have anywhere from $100, $120 upside per share here, which equates to about 5-6%, right? So that is the number one pattern I'm seeing within this stock. And we also notice an ascending triangle, kind of. Not the cleanest, but it kind of looks like one. We've been making higher lows ever since the middle of July, low at 1415, next low at 1450, now we're at 1540 roughly. So we're squeezing deeper and deeper and deeper into the triangle, into 1550 as resistance. And what happens with an ascending triangle? I've said this thousands of times on my channel. It sees a leg up. And where will it see that leg up? If it happens, it's going to be 1650, which again is about $100, $120 higher from where we are now. And that is a pretty good opportunity in my personal opinion, but we got to see the break. So I'm going to put my alert at 1560 on Shopify to get that, alert once it breaks out of there, if it breaks out of there. And those are the stocks. Those are the stocks, guys. Shopify, Sunrun, JD, and you could argue Shopify is the most bullish out of the bunch, and that's a fair argument. So if you guys stuck till the end and caught that the stock Shopify, drop me a comment down below. Leave the octopus emoji. If you guys did stick till the end, that's a little inside joke here on the channel. For everybody that sticks till the end, they typically leave a little octopus emoji. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, drop a comment. Check out my Patreon if you want all my buys, sells, call-outs, a Discord little community as well. Well, it's within. The way I set the Discord up, guys, is I created a couple private channels within my existing free Discord. But the only way you could access the private channels is if you join the Patreon, right? We have a chat. We have all the buy sells there, a bunch of cool stuff. Check that out on the Patreon. Plus, you get a morning update video every single day for me in the mornings, going over stocks I'm looking at, my game plan, and so forth. So that's linked down below, or you can go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your $50 from M1 Finance or 2 stocks from Webull. Those are linked down below as well. Literally free money. Take advantage of it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Again, as always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out.